Welcome, everyone. I'm Laura DeFranco, the CEO of Brave Healer Productions and founder of Brave Kids Books, where we have a mission to wake the world up to what's possible, one brave word at a time. And here today to help me with that mission is KJ Kaschula. She is the author of a new book that we have coming out soon called I Captured the Easter Bunny's Chicken. You guys, this is book 2 of the Super Duper Secret Collection. And this is book 1, her I Caught One of Santa's Reindeer book, which we loved and launched around Christmas. I don't know, when was that? Last year, 2 years ago? I can't even.
2021.
Thank you. All right. Oh my gosh. Yeah. How the time flies. Welcome, Kelly. I'm so happy to have you here today.
Thank you for having me.
So you guys, KJ Kaschula, also known as Kelly, is a children's book author, illustrator, and she's the publishing director for Brave Kids Books. And I want to talk to her today all about this new book and about what we have coming up for you guys in Brave Kids Books in general. And it's really, really exciting to be here for me personally, Kelly, because in the beginning, this was just this sort of idea, and now it's a thing that is growing and the community is growing. And that is really thanks to you. I know you remember in the beginning, I said to you, listen, if this works, it's going to be because of you. And it's working. And thank you for that. How's it been so far for you?
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, it's been amazing. It's kind of like putting a wish out into the universe and kind of getting it granted and then going on the wild roller coaster ride. And it's fun. I always say we boarded a speed train, choo-choo train, and it's just going. And it's great because the scenery is fantastic.
It's definitely like the bullet train, right? It's been crazy. So tell us about this super duper secret book series. How did this even start?
It's quite funny how it started. I was an au pair at a time and I was just, in my bedroom doing my thing. And I kind of heard the first title, I Caught One of Santa's Reindeer, kind of whispered in my brain. And so, like, all writers do, we rush to a notepad, we write the words down, and there it stayed for a couple of weeks or months. I forget what. And then I was at a stage in my life where I was like, it's time to get my wish to be a writer out into the world and deliver something concrete. And so I sat myself down and just started writing the first one. And then once I was done writing, I was like, it's time now to draw it. And then after that, I was like, it's time to get it published. And then while I was doing that, other titles started popping into my head. So I have an average now of probably 9 titles that have developed over a period of 2 years. And we have 2 books published, the third one's written. And so, yeah, we just keep going.
Gosh, the mind of a creative person is kind of a dangerous place to be sometimes. I know that I get so many ideas and I am not, me, I'm just like you too. I've got the little notebook for the ideas and I write everything down and then I look at it and I'm like, oh my gosh, how am I supposed to do all of this? But you are doing it
Yeah.
one book at a time. And I Captured the Easter Bunny's Chicken is the next amazing, delightful, gorgeous book. Tell us a little bit about what we can expect. What are some of the secrets in this book?
Well, there are a lot of eggy words. I had so much fun playing with this book in terms of words. And so I would use exciting, excellent, extravagant, and I would replace them with the word egg because it's Easter. So there are a lot of eggy words that I call them in this book. There is also a sneak peek into the third book, and I'll give you a hint. It's called Mr. M, which I'm going to be quiet about because it will appear in the third book. But he's very prominent. And he's the reason why little Lizzie decided to go capture the Easter Bunny's chicken. Um, this book is also a serves around kindness. Kindness is very important to me. And so I really wanted to feature it in one of my books. And coincidentally, it happened in the Easter Bunny's Chicken. Um, I want the world to be a little bit more kinder to each other. And so why not start here with the little kids?
Definitely. Why not start here? So, what's your favorite thing about being a kid's book author?
Um, my favorite thing is the process of writing. Um, what is great about a kid's book is the realization that it's actually done. when when you start thinking about a novel, it is a grand scope, but when you start thinking about a kid's book, it really narrows your entire story down. And you sit back on the day you write the end and you're like, it's done. It's done. How did that happen? And for me, I think that is brilliant. I love that part. And I know I'm still in the beginning, and I know so much more adventures are going to come out, especially when kids get to read it and then you hear what they liked, the stories. So that's fun. Yeah.
Awesome. You guys, to give you an idea for I Caught One of Santa's Reindeer, the chicken book is going to be very similar. And the illustrations are beautiful and something that Kelly didn't expect when we got one of our first paperbacks. I opened this up and I was like, oh my gosh, the kids are going to want to color it. And Kelly's like, no, it's not a coloring book. I'm like, yes, it's a coloring book. And it is a coloring book. But, we were trying to figure out both the size. This is a big book. It's a bigger book. It is definitely coloring book sized. But we were also trying to figure out how can we publish a book that is gorgeous to read, does have some beautiful illustrations, but still doesn't break the bank of publishing, right? Because we actually know how challenging that is. And Kelly and I are both here to help you guys. We want to hear your book ideas. We want to help you get your brave, beautiful kids' book words out into the world. But that just cracks me up because it was so obvious to me that a kid was going to want to open up this book and get their markers, get their crayons. I've had a couple of moments of desire of doing that myself for the Santa book. It's so awesome. Were you always an artist?
Yeah. Yeah. I have been drawing since the day someone put a pencil in my hand. I remember the strange time. I was really small. I was probably younger than 6, and we were in class, and we were given this task. And at the stage, I was like, someone just gave me a pencil and a piece of paper. Great. So I started drawing, like a little garden, and then a friend looked over to me and said, "You're not supposed to do that." I was like, "What?" And we had like this board with little nibs on them, and we had to take the crayon and just go across it like a tracing. And I was like, that's kind of boring. And so yeah, I have been drawing since someone put a crayon in my hand.
What inspires you the most today in terms of your art? How are you inspired?
Through my writing. I'm inspired to draw through my writing. I love looking at pictures. I love it in children's books. I really feel like it takes your imagination further. Although it's from the perspective of the illustrator, it does take the person's mind and take it further, because they look at a picture and they're like, what possibilities exist beyond their own reality? Um, and that is why I absolutely like it. And that is how my writing inspires me as well, is because I want people to see something that I see. I want them to see how I see it, especially when you look at the text and then you look what you could put in the picture and how it would translate in a landscape form or a portrait form. And then I think wider, how would it translate into a movie form? because that's my background. And so I want you to see exactly how I see. And that spark is very important. So that's where I get it from.
I love that. I love listening to you talk about that. I had a moment the other day where I was sitting and thinking about you and the upcoming book and the work that you've already done. And immediately I thought, oh, one of these is going to be a kid's movie sooner or later. And I think that's just such an exciting thought about, I'm sure you can envision. I caught one of Santa's Reindeer Christmas movie or the Chicken Easter movie. They're going to be amazing, Kelly. So,
They'll be so great.
yes, I mean they're perfect, really. They're perfect for a movie. And with your background now in that, I'm sure, you're seeing the vision. There are people that we're going to need to work with who can bring that to life. So if you're out there listening to this, you guys, come and find us. We're ready to talk to you.
Yeah.
So what do you have coming up next? Tell us what you have going on aside from this chicken book.
So I am working currently on two books at the moment. The first one is Brave Kids Books collaboration, first ever collaboration called Brave Kids, Short Stories to Inspire Future World Changes, where we've gathered 24 of the most amazing people who are writing children's stories, and we've put them together to a book, and we've created it, and it's going to come out in May, which is really, really exciting. So that's the first one. The second one is the next book in the Super Duper Secret Collection series called I Discovered a Monster Under My Bed. And it's Little Lily's third adventure, which is quite strange because if you put them in chronological order, then it's the Christmas book, and then it's the Monster Under My Bed, and then it's the chicken book. So that's how it actually works if you're going to read it in order.
All right, so now you guys are forewarned. We have the chicken book is coming, the monster book is coming. I can't wait for both of these. They're so gorgeous. They're full of the beautiful light and fun and delightful energy that you are, my dear. And every
Thank
time
you.
I look at one of those pages or illustrations, I feel that beautiful energy coming from your heart right to the page. And we know that that is probably the foundation of all of the books that we publish, is that there's intentional energy in our writers and illustrators, in your case. And that's on purpose because we have a mission of, wanting you all to feel joyful and brave and all the things, right? And you do that so brilliantly. So thank you for who you are and everything you do for Brave Kids Books. And thank you for being here today to share it with everyone.
Thank you. Thank you, Laura, for having me. I could actually not have done this without you and Destiny's hand in bringing us together. So I would like to thank you as well as the universe.
I'm definitely thanking the universe for that get together. It's definitely fate. So you guys, I'm listening to Kelly today talk about all of her books, and especially I enjoyed hearing about some of the why behind what you do. And listeners, if you're inspired, come on down to the show notes because I have you hooked up with Kelly's website and you can explore further. She also has a list that you can join to get some fun goodies from the Secret Keepers. Am I saying that right? The Secret
Yeah, the
Keepers. Okay.
secret keepers.
Awesome. So parents, grandparents, check out the notes for your kids, your grandkids, teachers. You're going to find some really fun things down below. And I want you all to remember that you are invited to join me and Kelly for our book launch party for I Captured the Easter Bunny's Chicken. That's on Sunday, March 5th. And I can't remember what time that is. Can you? Is it 10 a.m.? Am I going to get that right or wrong? Let me see if I can figure it out really quick.
Brain's gone blank.
I know, I'm going to find it. Okay, 12 noon Eastern, March 5th. You guys are invited. So down below is the link to get the Zoom information, and you're going to find that on the Brave Healer Productions Facebook page. And of course, if you happen to be listening to this interview anytime around that date of March 5th, just hop over to Amazon, because that means the chicken book is ready for your purchase. And you guys, maybe you are a kids book author or prospective kids book author who's ready to share your story with the world. We are currently accepting applications for our Brave Kids short stories to inspire our future world changers book collaboration. The volume 1 book, as Kelly was telling you about, is due to launch this May. And we are really, really excited about the community of authors coming together with this common mission to help kids. So we're excited about the launch of Volume 1, and we have already begun to accept applications for Volume 2. So the application link is down below. You can click on that and find out more about it. And you can also contact us, the publishing team here at Brave Kids Books, to chat about your kids' book idea. All right, we can't wait to talk to you about that. Reach out with an email to bravekidsbooks@gmail.com. I'll have that below for you as well. And lastly, today, everyone, remember, your words change the world when you're brave enough to share them. So it is time to be brave. See you next time, everyone. Bye, Miss Kelly.
Bye.